Hey, what is up everybody and welcome back to another video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Just smash that subscribe button and join the fam. So the topic of today's video will be One Piece chapter 921 manga review, and this is the second recording that I'm doing back to back with Kingdom 576. Oh boy, I don't know what to say right now. This chapter had me going nuts right now. So this chapter was titled Shutenmaru, and this chapter opens up with Kinemon discussing the planning that they had decided at the previous chapter, and they plan to fight it out with Kaido during the fire festival in his own residence. Talk about being bold. And the exact residence of Kaido is to be in an island a little bit far from Wano. For that they've made transportation to go and fight it out. Obviously, they won't be jumping around without plan. But since this is Luffy and his crew that we're talking about, of course things will mess up and will go out of plan. The end of the chapter just told how things will go out of plan. So they plan to attack the entire crew and Orochi when they are in the banquet, when they are drunk at the night of the festival. Each Straw Hat member was sent specifically to his own forte, like Frankie was an apprentice carpenter to Kaido's own house so that they know what the blueprint of the area is. Then to keep tabs on Orochi, Robin was sent as a geisha, which I think is a dancer. And you guys know, when she dances, she looks a lot beautiful. She manages to influence and seduce guys much better than Nami does. Both of them do it differently. During their discussion, we see Sanji going crazy and a lot of comedy. Each of their roles are set out by Kinemon, and then they decide to go. Before they leave, like they didn't even leave yet, but Kinemon tells them when they are at their station that while they are doing their own roles, they have to be on a lookout for three particular samurais. The first one was Kawamatsu, the second is Denjiro, and the third one is Ashura Doji. I don't remember exactly where the Ashura Doji strikes me. I don't remember exactly. Okay, so guys, I had to stop the recording there for a second to check out. I just thought that the name Ashura Doji struck familiar to me, so I went to check it out, and then I came to realize that this name was mentioned in the chapter 920. He was the guy Oden defeated and who was supposed to be the strongest man. And so Kinemon tells the Straw Hats to keep a lookout for Ashura Doji. And one thing to notice is that he doesn't give any kind of role to Luffy, because I think there are two reasons for that. Number one is because he thinks that Luffy is a captain and he must not be given any orders. And the second one is I think he knows he's a crazy guy and he will start a fight no matter what happens. So that's why it will be safer to keep him closer to Kinemon. That is what I think. That's why he didn't give him a choice, either one of those two. And so this is where the scene of their planning ends. Their plan is successfully completed. Now the only thing that remains is that how this plan will go as a failure, because all the plans have been going as a failure up till now. So it is obvious that this plan will fail, and will fail big time. And I think that the reason for their failure will come in the end of this chapter. You guys know it, I know it. So this scene moves to the Okobore town where things are getting hyped up. The leader of the Tamayama thieves are shown, who is called Shutenmaru. Okay, so here my first thought on Shutenmaru. First appearance and my first thought about him was that he's a fatso, a lazy bum who talks and does nothing and is cruel, trash talks. That is what I thought. But then suddenly he is cruel. He decides to kill an old lady, and I think his personality is kind of being realistic, because he calls Luffy's giving of the food to the Okobore town as a short-lived act of heroic. That I think is true, because that won't do anything. It'll just give a momentary relief to the people. So on that I have to agree with him. But then suddenly Jack jumps up, and here my opinion of him drastically changes. They begin to clash out, and Shutenmaru, he manages to give hold against Jack, and more than that, he manages to take the first freaking blood. He draws the first blood from Jack, and that moment was insane. The art was amazing, and then this fight was already hyping things up, and then the biggest bombshell that drops was Kaido drops down and he is a freaking dragon. That just blew my mind. I wish I had a camera that I could have done a live reaction for this chapter. That was amazing. This chapter was the best. What made things the best was and insane was that Kaido being a devil fruit user. Now, and this was how the chapter ends, and he calls out for Luffy and the people who made mess in the Bakura town, Bakura city. That is all for this review. Just kidding. Okay, so my thought on this is that Kaido isn't a smile user and he is a Zoan type. Why? Because I think that so far Oda has shown a lot of smile users, and in that there is one similarity in which that the fruit that they eat, it has an animal obviously, but they have a part animal protruding from their body, that is their main ability. Like we had for Holden, he has a lion coming out from his stomach. Then we had Speed to have gazelle legs and gazelle horns. Then we had Batman to have bat wings. They had a lot of animal parts that they couldn't control, and it came to be in their appearance. So because of this, but when Kaido appears, he is a complete dragon. But then there is a contradiction to this thought also, because we have Momonosuke, who is the same dragon type, and he ate a smile. So based on that, I think that this won't be a smile. But then what Momonosuke had eaten was a test type and had been recently made, like just in the previous 3-4 weeks, I believe, in the storyline. So that less than 2 months if max to max is taken. So that means that Kaido's is a true devil fruit, because Kaido's original plan was to have a devil fruit crew, and there were not that many devil fruits, so that's why he resorted to making smiles. So based on all this, I think that what Kaido has is a Zoan and it's not a smile. That's all for this review. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, be sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button as well, and comment down what you guys think about this review, and comment down what you guys thought about this chapter, and just comment down what all crazy ideas that you're getting for the future chapter. At this point, I seriously wish that there was a time machine that I could use to jump to the next Friday so that I could read this chapter. That crazy it is. And then of course I would spoil it out for everyone what the chapter would be happening, and with snips, but you guys know there's no time machine, so guess we'll be stuck, and I'll have to wait till the next chapter for the next chapter till the next Friday. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day ahead of you. Until later, my manga fans, adios.